Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone, welcome back to the another video. Today in this video, we are going to learn the preparation of ledger of revaluation account, partners capital account, as well as balance sheet. You see here, this is the problem of E.S. Grewal. With the help of this problem, we will be able to understand all the things. Here the balance sheet is given. Here are two partners, X and Y. Their profit sharing ratio is 5:3. We have to make a working note also for each of the calculation part. Profit sharing ratio is 5:3. On 1st April 2017, X capital account, Y capital account, general reserve, sundry creditors. In asset side, goodwill, machinery, furniture, debtors, stock, bank balance, advertisement, suspense account. All these are mentioned here. On the above date, they decided to change their profit sharing ratio 3:5. It means your new ratio is how much? 3:5. This is your new ratio. Next, the goodwill be valued on the basis of 2-year purchase of the average profit of the last 3 years. Profit of the last 3 years are given. Means you have to calculate valued goodwill. First of all, we have to calculate the average profit. After that, we will be able to calculate the value of goodwill. Average profit 7,500 plus 4,000 plus 6,500 divided by 3, because 3 years profit is given here. How much will be the total amount? 14,000 plus 4,000, 18,000 divided by 3. 6,000 is the average profit. Then what will be the amount of goodwill? Goodwill is equal to average profit into number of year purchase. For 2 years you are purchasing. Then 2 into 6,000. Your value of goodwill is how much? 12,000. This is your goodwill value. Now machinery and stock be revalued how much? 45,000 and 8,000 respectively. Okay. Claim on workman compensation reserve is how much? 6,000. Prepare revaluation account, partners capital account, and balance sheet. First of all, we will prepare the revaluation ledger part. This is the format of revaluation account. In revaluation account, we will only show increase in the value of asset or decrease in the value of asset, increase or decrease in the value of liability also. See here, machinery and stock be revalued at 45,000. How much the machinery value was there? 38,000. Now the value of machinery is 45,000. It means 7,000 the value of machinery has been increased here. We will credit this one by machinery account. How much amount? 7,000. Next, a stock is how much? 8,000 here, revalued value. And previously a stock was how much? 7,000. We will also credit this one by stock account 1,000. Next, workman compensation claim is how much? 6,000. And here the reserve fund of workman compensation claim is how much? 10,000. It means this claim amount will be adjusted from the reserve amount. There is no need to create any liability. Now we have to balance this one. 8,000 is profit here, and this profit on revaluation will be credited to the partner's capital account. To profit on revaluation, how much? 8,000 will be credited to the X capital account and Y's capital account. In what ratio? In old ratio, remember this. So here old ratio is how much? 5:3. This 8,000 will be 5 upon 8. It means 5,000 and 3,000. This will be their profit. So this is all about the revaluation account. Next step, we have to prepare the partner's capital account as well as balance sheet also. Now see here, this is the format of partner's capital account and balance sheet. In partner's capital account, first of all, we have to transfer their capital balance in the credit side. We will write here by balance PD. What was the capital balance Here the capital balance of X and Y was 52,000 and 54,000. We will write here 52,000 and 54,000. Then after we have to transfer the revaluation profit amount. Here the revaluation of profit of X is 5,000 and Y is 3,000. By revaluation account, in bracket you can write here profit, how much 5,000 is here for X and 3,000 is here for Y. Then after we have to check whether in previous balance sheet any reserve is given or not. If it is given, then you have to credit this among the partners. Here general reserve is given how much? 4,800. 4,800. This will be distributed in old ratio, not in new ratio. 5 upon 8, it means 3,000 for X and 1,800 for Y. We will write here by general reserve how much? 3,000 for X and 1,800 for Y. Next one, workman compensation reserve was how much? 10,000. Here the claim on workman compensation is how much? 6,000. It means 4,000 amount of reserve will remain. So this amount will also be credited to the partner's capital account. So we will credit this one also by workman compensation reserve. How much the amount is here? 4,000. So 4,000 you will distribute in 5 upon 8, 2,500 and 1,500. 2,500 and 1,500. Next, here the value of goodwill is also mentioned in the balance sheet. If the value of goodwill is mentioned, this is the book goodwill, then it will be debited from the partner's capital account. Then what we have to do? Partner's capital account debit to goodwill account. So we will write here to goodwill. How much amount was goodwill? 8,000. Then it will be debited from the partner X 5,000 in old ratio 5,000 and 3,000. Here advertisement suspense balance is also mentioned. This will also be debited from the partner's capital account. We will write here again to advertisement suspense account. How much? 800 is given, it means 500 from X and 300 from Y. Now at last we have to make an entry for the adjustment of valued goodwill. Here the value of valued goodwill was how much? 12,000. Valued goodwill will be adjusted in which ratio? Sacrificing ratio. So we have to calculate the sacrificing ratio. What would be the sacrificing ratio for X? 5 upon 8 old ratio minus new ratio upon 3 upon 8. It means 2 upon 8 will be the sacrificing ratio for X, and what would be for the Y? 3 upon 8 minus 5 upon 8 minus 2 by 8. So the goodwill value will be here how much? 3,000 for X and 3,000 for Y. Here what adjustment entry we will pass for the valued goodwill? Gaining partner's capital account debit to sacrificing partner's capital account. Who is gaining here? Y is gaining here, X is sacrificing here. So the entry will be here Y's capital account debit to X capital account. We will write here by Y's capital account. Amount will be written into the X column because we will credit to X, and here to X capital account amount will be debited from the Y because Y is gaining here. Now we have to check If anything is missing, then we have to transfer into the partner's capital account. Otherwise, we will make the balancing figure of this. I hope nothing is mentioned here. So we will make the balancing figure. Here the total amount will be in X column 65,500. Here 60,300, and here same amount we will write 65,500, 60,300. Q balance CD, how much the amount will be here? 65,500 minus 60,000. Here what would be 60,300 minus 6,300, means 54,000. This is the amount of partner's capital account credit balance. Now we have to prepare the balance sheet. First of all, in balance sheet, in liability side, we have to write down the new capital amount in the balance sheet. So in here liability side, we will write here X capital. How much X capital is 60,000, and Y is capital. How much Y capital is 54,000. What will be the total amount? 1,14,000. Next, what is in the liability side? Here sundry creditor and employee provident fund is mentioned here. We will write also this one, and general reserve already credited to the partners. Sundry creditors, employees provident fund. Sundry creditors was how much? 5,000, and employees provident fund was how much? 1,000, I think. Yes. And we have to write also the workman compensation claim. How much the workman compensation claim was? 6,000. We will write here in the liability side also 6,000. This is all about the liability side. Now in the asset side, what we have to mention? Machinery, furniture, sundry debtors. We will write here machinery, furniture, sundry debtors, stock, bank balance, all the things we will write in the asset side. Machinery. Here the value of machinery was 38,000, but it was revalued at 45,000. Means we will write here the new value of machinery, which is 45,000. Value of furniture was as it is. So we will write as it is 15,000. Value of furniture how much? 15,000. Sundry debtor value was as it is. So we will write as it is 33,000. 33,000. Stock value was how much? Here the stock value was 7,000. Now the new stock value is how much? 8,000. We will write the new stock value 8,000. And last, bank balance was how much? 25,000. And bank balance is also as it is. So we will write here bank balance as it is 25,000. Now we have to balance both the side. Balance of both the side is equal. Then our all the part revaluation partners capital account is correct. So here the total amount will be 1,26,000. And see here it will also be as it is 1,26,000. This is all about the ledger portion of revaluation account, partners capital account as well as balance sheet. In next video, inshallah, we will start the admission chapter.